Hey everybody, it is Jennifer at Studio J. Today we are going to make a farmhouse pumpkin. Let me pull y'all up on my iPad here so I can see. That's it. Okay, so if you saw the picture that I posted last night, I got a lot of messages about that, so I thought I would come on here and do a Facebook Live. So let me get situated. Go ahead. My guest. Okay, so this project, you could easily go get the supplies and do it yourself. I have a kit in my shop only because I have so much of this black vinyl coated chicken wire. We had to buy it for a fence project at our house. So that's where I came up with the idea. I thought I'd use this, and now I just have so much of it left. There is a kit. I don't know if the picture is uploaded. I just recently loaded it into my website, but I'm gonna use one of the kits to make this project today so you can see what it comes with, how it comes, and how I put it together. So let me just show y'all. Can you see right here? Okay, so this is what you would get if you purchased the kit. Now, like I said, you could go get a pumpkin from Dollar Tree, one of their little pumpkins, and just sand it down, sand the little glittery stuff off of it, and paint it, and then get you some black vinyl coated chicken wire. This stuff was hard to find. We had to special order it, and we had to order like a ton of it, which stinks, but I mean, we needed it. So you're gonna need this, but this comes with the kit, okay? You're gonna get a full bottle of white because the pumpkin that comes in my kit is an unfinished wood pumpkin, and it soaks up a lot of paint. So I include a big bottle because you never know how much you're gonna need. But you also get a little gray for shading. I'll show you that. And then you're gonna get some brown because I know I'm gonna paint this white, but I think I'm gonna faux stain it brown so that it will, because it's gonna soak up that white paint. So I feel like if I put one color on here first and then paint it white, it won't soak it up so bad. Does that make sense? Okay. You also get, you're gonna get greenery, and this is a type of greenery. It's wired. This is gonna be our little curly Q stem on our pumpkin. And then you get buffalo check ribbon. This is wired ribbon, so it makes a really nice big fluffy bow. I always throw in a little piece of sponge because if you've watched me paint, you know I like to paint with sponges. I know that's weird, but I like to. Now, it also comes with a pipe cleaner for making your hanger. But when you get the kit, you will need, that just reminded me to turn on my glue gun. You will need a glue gun, you will need some scissors, and you'll probably need like a smaller brush just for doing the shading. If you choose to do the shading with the gray, you know, so you can get the kind of edges on your pumpkin. Okay, but you may just want to leave it white. That's fine too, because I think the chicken wire is what makes it look so good. Okay, so if you pop on, say hello, let me know you're here. I'm gonna start out with my brown paint. Now this part's totally optional. I just like to do this because it does give it a little bit of like a base. So I include a little bit of brown in the kit, and I'm just gonna mix it with some water to make like a faux stain. Just a little bit. It's kind of thick. Y'all, I had originally planned to be on here at 11, and I completely forgot I had an appointment this morning at 10, and I didn't make it back to my house by 11. So that's why I had to reschedule. I'm sorry. All right, so we're gonna make up our little stain. I'm actually gonna cut this piece of sponge. All right. That might be too watery. I thought about doing a crackle. Have y'all seen people doing the crackle paint? And you can do it with glue or Mod Podge, or you could buy the crackle medium. But you just paint, you paint your base color. You paint whatever color you want to come through the cracks. So you paint, like, say you would paint dark brown, and then you would go over it with glue or Mod Podge, and then you go over it with your other color, like the white, and then as it dries, or you can use a hair dryer to speed it up, but as it dries, the brown, the white will crackle and the brown will show through. It's so pretty. It'd be pretty to do a color like blue or something. That would be pretty too. Okay. I think I made my stain too thin. It was just watery. Okay, now we can start. Like I said, I'm going to paint over this with white. I just like to have a little bit of color underneath. And actually, you could make it look more distressed if you do less white. Kind of make it like chippy. I might do that one on this one. And we're gonna cover our stem with jute, so it doesn't matter if you paint your stem or not. Let's see. All right. I'm not going to worry about the back. The back of this project is really not pretty. I'm going to tell you now. Hi, Melissa. All right, so all I've done so far is just rubbed it with a little bit of faux stain, which is really just the brown paint mixed with some water. And this is totally optional because you're gonna paint it white. But I think I might do mine a little distressed looking, so I think this will come in handy. All right, so like I said, the kit comes with white, a whole bottle of white, because you never know how much you're gonna need. And I think I'm gonna use my little sponge to paint this again, because I'm really just rubbing it on here. And like I said, I'm not worried about the stem because we're gonna cover that with some jute. so it won't show. All right, so I kind of want it to have a whitewashed look. I'm actually going to lay it down to do this. Turn it this way. My hair is on this pumpkin. Okay. All right. So here's where we're at so far. All I've done is, if I repeat myself, it's just because I see new people hopping in and I don't want them to be like, what have you done? I was saying you can totally do this with your own supplies. You could use a Dollar Tree pumpkin. Just sand off the, you know, if it has the wording on it that's glittery, sand that down, or use the back. You could do that. This one is real wood. I have a kit in my shop that comes with everything, and it's real wood. So it's not the MDF or the chipped, what is that, the pressed cardboard or what that is, whatever that is at Dollar Tree. So I just took some brown paint that comes in the kit and I watered it down and I made like a little faux stain and just brushed that on. Now, if you're gonna paint it solid white, like, you know, a lot of white, because this kit comes with a full bottle of white, you don't even have to do that step. I just wanted to do mine a little bit lighter so it looks a little more whitewashed. And then don't worry about the stem because we're gonna use jute to cover the stem, okay? So your kit will also come with a little bit of gray to do the shading. So you will need a smaller brush to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now because it's still a little bit damp. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. You know, I might, well, I was gonna say maybe instead of the gray, I might use that stain, but it's a little watery. So I think I'm gonna just do the gray. All right, I want to make sure y'all can see. If the comments are in your way, you can swipe them to the right. Yeah, swipe to your right. I'm backwards on here. Swipe them and you should be able to see down here. Okay. So See what I'm doing so far? I actually dipped my brush in the stain and the gray, so it's a little bit different. And you know, if you don't like it, you can always go back over it with your white. It's the great thing about paint. You just paint over it. Hi, Stephanie. Okay. And I'm actually going to dip in the white again and just kind of, while it's wet, it just kind of blends it out a little bit better. Y'all, if you know anyone that does farmhouse decorating that might want to do this, feel free to share this video. Or, as we say, sprinkle this video. Facebook doesn't like for us to say share. You notice how I whispered that when I said it? It's so silly. All right, that's where we're at so far. Okay. And I did not bring my dryer, so luckily it's not real thick, but you would want to dry this before you go to the next step. Okay, so we're going to do the jute on the stem, but you also, in the kit, you get a pipe cleaner to make the little hanger on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and put my hanger back here, and then I'm going to end up wrapping the jute around that, so it makes it a little more secure. But I am going to put a little dot of glue too. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I have my little hot glue finger protector. There it is. All right. So now we're just going to wrap the jute around that, and that'll just make it a little more secure. So let's do, I think I'm going to start at the top so it ends down here. So any ugliness, any strays of this jute will be hidden by the bow. So I'm going to start up at the top. Okay. Get this thing on. I guess I should switch hands. So if you're watching, where are you watching from? I'm always curious. Sometimes I feel like Facebook only sends this out to like my local friends. Or maybe it's just them that I see popping in. But I'm like, okay, I really need to expand out there. I'm in Georgia. We're actually having some really, really nice weather here, but they're saying this weekend we might be in for some tornadoes, which I totally hate. Stephanie, you're in Portland. What's the weather like there? Tennessee. So, see, whenever I think of the mountains, I always think y'all get the cooler weather than we do, sooner than we do. Okay. Okay. Hi, Brandy. $47 this morning. See, we have cool mornings, but then it heats up. So you really can't figure out how to dress. I guess you have to dress in layers. Okay. All right, so like I said, the back is not pretty. Once we put that chicken wire on here, the back is really not pretty. But you can see I kind of snuck my little hanger in with the jute. So it's just got a little extra secureness there. Okay. All right, so now, well, let's see. Yeah. So I'm gonna take my chicken wire. This is the one that comes with it. It's vinyl coated, it's black, so it's actually not as sharp as you would think it is. But when you get it, if you find some of this like at Home Depot or something, that would be great. We just had to order like huge rolls, like 150 feet. So it's on these big rolls. So if you purchase the kit, it would come kind of folded up, and you would just, when you get it, just kind of press it down to get it started. But it's already pre-cut for you. All right. I hear a dog snoring. I can't see him, but it's kind of weird. Okay. I don't know why he's in here. I'm in my dining room, so I don't know why he's in here. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to lay it across the top. And there's one spot that's already folded down right here. You can see how these sticking up. Well, let me do it like this. See how there's a little gap right there? So that's how you know where to line it up with your stem. And then you're just going to line it up, make sure it's all covered. And then you're just going to start folding down. Let's see. Okay, you're just going to start folding down. I'm going to turn it around for you. So see how I'm just folding down the little points? Like that. You're going to do it all the way around, just keeping it flat. Hey, Lori. All right. See the back? It's not horrible. And you know what? If you make this using the Dollar Tree pumpkins, I would buy 2. I mean, they're only $1.25. And you could always sandwich this between, like you could just hot glue another pumpkin to it to make it thicker, and it would hide this on the inside. That would be really, really good if you're gonna hang this like on a door, like a storm door, like a glass door, where you would see the back. That would be better. Okay, so I got the whole thing covered. Now on the back, I like to secure it with some hot glue. I guess that's optional because this is on here. I mean, it's hugging this pumpkin, so it's not going anywhere. So you could stop there if you want to, and I think I might do that. On the one that I showed the other day, or yesterday, I put a dab of hot glue, but I actually took it before I glued it. Just take your scissors and just kind of turn. Just turn all those edges. Let me see if I can put it. Turn them all inwards. See how it's going down? That way it doesn't scratch up your wall or your door or wherever you're gonna put this. And I mean, it won't snag anything. So, but yeah. Yeah, you could just put a dab of hot glue and just hold each end, and it would just kind of have a little dot. Okay? But yeah, it's absolutely not necessary because it's hanging on there. Okay? Now the next thing is the topper, the bow, and the greenery. So I'm going to do my bow first so I can see how big it is, and then I'll know how far in to put my greenery. It comes with these little greenery sprigs. There it is. Okay, so this is wired ribbon, this buffalo check. So, and it's really wide. Makes a good bow. Okay, so I'm just gonna tie it like a normal bow, nothing fancy. I hate when one side is bigger than the other. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that's better. I'll probably be back on here in a couple of hours. I had originally planned to come on today with another pumpkin project, and I think I posted a picture and said, would y'all rather see the farmhouse pumpkin or the mystery, because I just showed the supplies. I didn't really say what I was going to be making with it. But I had shared this farmhouse pumpkin in another group. And man, I mean, it got a ton of comments and likes, and so I was like, okay, maybe I need to go ahead and show that one because a lot of people liked it, so maybe this will help if somebody wants to go make one. All right, so I got my bow, nothing fancy, just a little fat bow. Make sure it's tight. All right, let me trim up the edges. Sounds like my mailman is here. All right, let's see. So it's going to go about right there. And the reason I wanted to check this first is because these little greenery sprigs are not super long. So if I went ahead and glued them down first, let me show you. Oops. If I went ahead and glued them down first, the bow would cover it. So actually, I'm gonna glue down, my kit comes with this little sprig, this little piece of wire. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and glue down my bow. I'm just gonna hold this on here a minute. Can you see that? Okay. This doesn't show up very good on the camera, but there's a little curly, it's like a vine. Okay, and now I'm going to take my greenery sprigs, just glue them into the sides, glue them in on each sides of the bow so they're just kind of sticking out. I say I am. here. Let's see. Do one up a little higher. Got 2 over here, and I'll put 2 more on this side. I'm trying to hold it down, but without burning my finger off. Okay. There we go. Super easy. There's the back. I was saying it's not very pretty, but you got your hanger, so you could hang it or you could prop it. I have mine propped next to a, I think it's next to a lamp. Can't remember. I don't have it hanging though, I know that. But it's up on a little shelf. Isn't that cute? So yeah, super easy to make. Simple supplies other than this chicken wire. So hopefully you'll have extra better luck than I did just finding a little piece of it. But if not, I have it in my shop. So, or if you just need the wire, the chicken wire, send me a message and figure out. Because I have like 100 feet of this stuff. So anyway, that's it for that. I will be back later. I'm going to do another fall project. It's pumpkin, leaves. It's a little bit of both. But I will come back and do that one. Let's see, what time is it now? It's almost 1 o'clock here. Probably about 3 o'clock. I'll be back at 3 to do that other project. So if you're interested, come back. I'll be here. Other than that, y'all have the rest of the day to enjoy. Gosh, if you're having weather like we're having, go enjoy it. It's so pretty out there. So I will be back at 3. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.